Hello and welcome to the podcast, the non-league podcast. I think I'm just doing something completely different this time. Normally, I'm just doing a season review or doing a club to club. But no, I've got a special guest with me today. I've got Sam Bond, who plays for Thetford Town in the Thurlow Nunn Prem Division. Sam, hello, welcome.
Hi, Harvey.
Hi, are you all right?
Yeah, good, thanks, good.
Good. So how are you finding this pandemic, really? How you finding being in lockdown?
Yeah, it's tough for everyone. I've been working from home now for 4 weeks, I think we're on to. I'm pretty sure it's 4 weeks, and it's starting to go out of my mind a little bit, but everyone's in the same boat, and hopefully it starts to get better in the next couple of months and we can all get back out playing football and stuff. That's the main thing, I think.
Yeah, exactly, especially with pre-season hopefully coming up, and then hopefully with the season, the new season coming up, which will be good. But there you go. So, but I've only been in lockdown for 4 days, so I don't really know which is worse. Really, you've been in what? How long have you been in there? Did you say?
It's definitely getting on for the 4th week.
Oh my god!
It's tough, but I've been working from home, so at least my days have been sort of almost fairly normal, to be honest, in the day, apart from obviously doing it from home. But it's the weekends and the evenings that are just all the same.
Exactly.
Everything, isn't it?
Exactly. Wouldn't we be playing there yesterday? Did you say we were playing at home yesterday?
Well, I don't know, but that was something that crossed my mind. It's the bank holiday. It could have been like a Friday or a Monday game or both. Or it could have just been the Saturday, as has happened. And we've just been finishing football. It was about 5:30. I looked at the clock.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, Luke Bailey texted me, and I was just gutted that we weren't finished, like showered and everything and having a beer at the club.
That'd be a
tearjerker.
Yeah, I bet it was. I bet you had a drink anyway, just to celebrate.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Excellent. That's good. But I think we would actually be playing at Swaffham Town tomorrow away, so I would have been actually going to that game, but unfortunately we're stuck at home, but never mind. But never mind. So Sam, because people who are listening to this podcast probably wouldn't know who you are, some people will do, but for those people who don't know you, can you just do a quick introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I guess sort of Thetford Town player since I started going to mini soccer, which I'm sure a few other people did, and that was from the age of about 6, I guess, or 5.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah, and just then sort of moving through the clubs. I think the first Thetford Town team I played for were a little bit older than me, 2 or 3 years older than me. I'm not sure if there was a team for a 6-year-old at the time. But anyway, just sort of was involved with them for a couple of years as Thetford Panthers, and then moved into a team with Nigel Arms in my own age group. So he was sort of the first proper manager I had, if you like. And again, just worked our way through. And I spent then a couple of years of youth football with Mumford as well when Nigel stopped coaching the team.
Okay.
He moved on to the under-18s at the time, and I think was about 15. And then I moved to Mumford, enjoyed my time there, and met some good friends. And then eventually, after playing for a couple other local clubs, made my way to Town first team. I think around 17 or 18.
Okay.
Bit of a hothead at the time, and didn't always see eye to eye with the manager, should we say. It's just a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
And then I spent a season out on loan, basically, and then come back a bit of a new character,
okay,
more mature. And I think been sort of in the first team ever since, and that must have been about 7-8 years ago now.
Wow.
So, yeah, obviously it would have been nice to have played every game in between them, but life permits chances sometimes and different things. But, yeah, I think myself and Luke Bailey are definitely most capped players in the Thurlow Nunn League set up, that's for sure.
I bet you are. So where did you go on loan, mind you me asking?
No, of course. So I had, there's a couple of local clubs that I played for really. So Thetford Rovers, I had a stint with them.
Mm-hmm.
Someone I worked with ran a local team at Colbaldersham, which I also met some really good friends there and had a great time there as well. But both clubs helped me mature, and there was a lot of people who had influenced my sort of footballing career, whether it was pinning me up against the wall and having a go at me and telling me what was what, or just giving me a pat on the back and encouraging me. It definitely helped, and both very good learning curves to help me come back to town. And in a time where the manager, even the first season I returned, was like, look, maybe you should dual sign with another club again and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was the year I ended up sort of winning all the awards. I was first choice right back, which was tough at the time. There was some good competition for that position.
Okay.
And then just.
So what awards? So what awards did you win then, Sam?
Well, that was. I think I got 3: the players' player, the fans' player, and the manager's player. I did have a good year, and I think it was half and half with performance and change of attitude.
Okay,
so
that's good.
I think,
that's really good. So from because I've only been watching Thetford Town for only a couple of years. I think I started watching you guys at 2017. The brother-in-law brought me to Mumford Road, and I think you were playing Great Yarmouth at the time, and you won 4-2. And I kind of enjoyed it, so I thought, I might as well go again. I went to the next game, which is Coddishall, with the Ollie Mers director.
And they're doing well now.
They're doing really well, and we actually beat them, which is quite good. And I started to go to a few more games, like home games only, and then doing the away games. So which was quite good, and I kind of gone to like the pre-season games as well for the last 2 seasons, and then just carried on doing home and away whenever we can, really. So it was quite good to see the lads actually progressing as well.
Yeah, definitely. Not a bad time to have joined as well, because there's a lot to change since then, really.
Yeah.
In terms of personnel at the club, so in a short space of time, you've seen a lot of change and a lot of players come and go, and some real quality ones as well. But
definitely.
But not a bad time to start watching. To be fair, some good football played during these last few years.
Well, exactly, especially when we had 2 cup finals as well. I think we had the Challenge Cup final at Dis against Brantham.
We didn't really turn up, did we?
No, unfortunately didn't. I think did we lose like 4-2 in that game? I think it was.
I think we did.
I can't remember.
It was a really hot day, dry pitch.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we had Seb DJing in the change room before the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone was really in the mindset in the end. We all just wanted to put our shades on and rave, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but never mind. But then you went into the next season. You went into the Norfolk Cup Final as well at Carrow Road. I bet that was a bit of a good time to play for the club, especially when we had over 1,000 fans. I think it was turned up.
Yeah, that was quality, and I still think back to that time the goal was ruled out for offside. That was never offside, and we were the odds were against us all game, and we really, as a team, grafted. I think Volta was excellent, so was Kevin, they were both still with us, obviously, and that was just guided. But we still went out and had a ledge night. So
it was actually, because I was actually coming back from that night, and I was listening to Radio Norfolk, and they said that we were kind of the better team, but these things happen. But we can see what happens next season, really, which is good. Yeah. So going on from like the season just gone with the pre-season, because I went to a few of the games. You kind of bonded with all the new players coming in. Danny had it all figured out, and then we were just coming into the first game of the season. What was that like with doing the pre-season and the first game of that season?
So we had a good pre-season, really. Obviously, there's a couple of results against local clubs. I think they beat us. No one really gets too caught up on it, if I'm honest. It's all about just having a run out, and I'm sure any club of any standard will tell you the same. Just concentrate on not really getting hurt and getting some minutes in you. So it's mixed pre-season results, but good vibes, and then I think it just started. We started off badly, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we kind of did a good game against Walsham. I think we beat them 2-1, and then it kind of went a bit downhill from there.
Opening game was good, and
Yeah.
then it was just one of those things, and it's just no matter what we did as a team or what Danny did as a manager or a coach, and all the support he was getting, we just couldn't get it right. And
No, you're right.
It was a painful time. I
It
think
was.
we had some really bad losing streaks, and
Yeah.
to be honest, at the time, was that start of this year? Sorry,
Yeah, start of this year. Yeah.
It's tough. I think I'd not long moved to London anyway, so getting back to me was a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, I bet that was for you.
But I know they were trying to put it in on the training ground, and it was just one of those things, football, more so modern football, definitely, where a manager's sort of done all he can do, and the heights to be achieved under Dan will be hard to be matched, to be honest, for a manager to come for the next few years, I'd imagine, at least. But yeah, it was just one of those things, and it just had to come to an end. It was a shame, really, but that's football, isn't it? You have to adapt and move on and start again, if you like, and that's what we've done with Mort stepping in. I know there was quite a bit of interest, if I'm honest.
Yeah, was there?
Yeah, I think there was quite a few applicants for the job, but I'd hoped it was Mort's, and I think a few of the other boys had. Obviously, I'd spoke to them a lot, and I was speaking to Mort's about it at the time, and it was a tough decision for him. Obviously, he was very involved with Gym United on Sunday.
Of course,
He's got a career that he's got to focus on also. So he had a lot of things to weigh up as well with how he wanted things to be if he was going to step in and be a manager.
Yeah.
But essentially he is his own man and he'll make his own mind up. But I think he knew he had all the backing of the players, and we were all super keen to get him in, and no one would have left, sort of thing, if he stepped up.
And of course he did, didn't he?
Yeah, and he did. And when he first came in, it was just everything we did worked out, and it's just that fresh feel about the club, if you like. People, I know it's not cliche, but they say, people are worried about their positions and stuff. It's not. It's just that injection of new life and different mentality, different ideas.
Yeah.
He also made a couple of signings himself, or was talking about a couple of signings, which again boosted the morale.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
But yeah, really good run after that.
Yeah, because he came in against Walsham, which are kind of our local rivals, really, can you say? And we went to their place. I know we beat them at home in the first beginning of the season, and then of course we went on that bad run, and then of course it was the Walsham away game, and that was his first game.
The only team.
Yeah, it was.
The only team we'd beat in the season.
Yeah, it was, and because I went to a few games. I went to the Newmarket game away, and I think Michael Campbell scored in the very first couple of minutes of that game, because it was a really hot day as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I remember.
that.
And of course, then we had Bruno sent off just before half time, and then they scored 2 goals, shall we say, and then of course Elliot Gibson scored an equaliser, so it was all poised for the second half, and then of course we got that man sent off, and then it all went a bit wrong in the second half, because you did really pull deep in that game, didn't you, really?
Yeah, I mean, again, it feels like everything's so long ago now. I don't know if it's quarantine that's done this, or
I think so, yeah.
I'm not the greatest for remembering games anyway, as it is, to be fair, but I'm sure there was like 3 out of 4 games that we had a man sent off in, like in a row, and we were still, fighting tooth and nail for everything, and we were still very close in results. Well, we were getting rolled over, but it stayed a while that it was just those 2 Walsham wins on the board, which for me, I don't mind. I know I'm not exactly Mr. Popular over there, so
no.
I was quite happy with
because you actually played in that game as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Tanner, he actually played it for Walsham that game as well, and we actually were losing, and then we kind of come back. I can't remember who scored, but we won 3-2, and it was like the start of a good run, I think, after that.
Yeah. Oh, your memory's better than mine.
Yeah, thanks. especially being there, and of course a few other Thetford fans were there. Of course, Nigel was there as well, the chairman, and he said that it was better because when Matt come in, it seemed to give that energize back to you guys, and it seemed like it kind of it showed. Even when you went 2-0 down, I can't remember. I think it was 2-0, 2-1, but with the support from Matt, it just come together really.
Definitely. I mean, credit where it's due. And he's very modest, and he'll say it was all lost at the time, but it's very motivational to have him in the change rooms. He's a good character. I think perfect sort of manager material.
Yeah.
Certainly on the leadership and inspirational side, and he's got a good team with Bibby, Jay, and Toddy.
Yeah, definitely.
Toddy's now back, but it's a good combination. I think between the three. Moore's definitely for no holding back. He'll tell you if you've not played well, and he'll tell you when you have.
Yeah.
Bibby bringing in the more tactical, probably it's fair to say he's more football tactical minded, training and drills, shape, stuff like that. He's got more of an eye for it. And then Jay just brings in that excellent experience. He's played at such a high level.
Yeah.
And again, not one to really be afraid to tell you what's what.
I bet.
And then we've got Toddy. Toddy's just again another one of our inspiration. He's just perfect to have around the boys, and definitely brings a good vibe with him.
Well,
and he knows
good.
a thing or two about the game as well, except from supporting Norwich. But apart from that,
we can say that. Yeah, we'll stay away from Norwich.
Yeah.
Yes, but never mind. But yeah, so that kind of got on. But then, of course, our last game of this season, Ely City, we went away. I thought I had a good feeling because it was quite a big crowd. Actually, I think there was like nearly 200 people there, and of course, I know an Ely player who scored against us, that Harry French.
Yeah,
and
he's a local lad, really. More local than that.
And of course, he did a nice rocket to make it 2-0, but then you guys stuck by it, and I thought the tactics were really drilled into you guys, really. And then Johnny Connery actually scored that goal, kind of looped over the goalkeeper to make it 2-1 before half time, and then it all kind of clicked in.
Yeah, we proper dug in that game. That was thoroughly enjoyed that, to be honest.
So did I.
Shame that was the last one, really, because that felt like last couple of games we'd really started picking up our form.
Yeah.
The belief was sort of back, and everyone was enjoying it again. I think obviously signing Tanner and Woody that game as well. He come on and played really well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a shame thinking back, but what a game! And who scored the winner?
It was Tanner who scored the winner.
That's right, yeah. Woody run down the line and crossed it. Tanner, great finish. But yeah, coming back from 2-0 down, that was class. And even in the club we were in the club afterwards till gone 11:30. I think we were the last people in there.
Wow.
No one from Ely was left. But yeah, no, that was quality.
Wow, I bet it was, definitely. Especially when there was like an Ely fan to the right of me. I don't know if you could hear him. He was shouting, screaming. He was like, he really didn't like Thetford for some strange reason. And so I really...
Something to do with me, I think.
No, I don't think it was you, actually. It was actually... Because I think that was further down. But they kind of... The home fans or the away fans kind of like you for some strange reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. I think a few people. I think Luke Bailey always likes to mention how I'm the most hated player in the league. But the same that day, there was an Ely fan wearing a proper naughty white jacket. Looked like he was ready for like Greensmith or something. He just turned up at local football. But they were loving giving me a bit of stick, and there's nothing better than scoring a goal and giving them a good smile or something to the side.
I bet, especially when
maybe not always that polite.
Well, yeah, definitely not. But then, of course, especially after that game, it was a really good 3 points because we were right near the bottom, weren't we? I think Galston and Hadley were in the relegation zone, and we were kind of hovering, weren't we? And we just needed that win to kind of boost our morale, should we say? And you've got it.
Needed it.
Yeah. You definitely got it. Even I went to Clapton. I don't know if you remember the Clapton game when you actually got sent off.
Yeah, very harsh, I think.
People say to me, "Is that a red card?" I went, maybe.
Yeah, it was mixed responses, and it was one of them that I would love to have actually watched back.
Do you know what?
Yeah, half people thought, definite red, and half people thought, absolutely no way. And
Yeah.
I thought it was harsh, but I'm always going to say that.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
Very biased.
But for going there and actually getting like a 5-5 draw with quite a good team, like AFC Clapton are a good team, but you actually come back, dug it. Like you're saying, I didn't think Matt was playing, but no, we dug in quite well, I thought, and I know it's 5-5, and of course our goalkeeper Jamie thought he kind of let us down, like the supporters. I mean, we no, you can't. It's not. It's not your fault. It's just that's how the game goes. Unfortunately.
Well, there was a couple. There was one, I think, or one or two mistakes he made, but then there was also a couple of really good saves made, and
definitely
he was the busier of the two keepers, but it was end-to-end stuff that day, and I think I mean, in the first half, correct me if I'm wrong, was it 2-2 and a player sent off?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
quality advert for our type of football, really.
Oh, definitely.
So it sums up our seasons. If we're firing all cylinders, then there's normally goals and entertainment.
Yes.
Obviously, I didn't mean to provide the red card entertainment, but
there you go.
The lads done really well. That day again, and they worked their socks off and deserved definitely the point at least. And I think it's probably a fair share in the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, what do you think about this void season anyway? Going back on it.
I think I'll probably have the same opinion as a lot of people, to be honest. People's health and safety and make sure that non-league footballers can carry on again to sort of play another day is always the most important thing. I think it should have been probably taken into a case-by-case argument for promotions and championships, because I think it was hands down who was obviously going to win our league.
Definitely.
Relegations, I think, should have been just sort of stopped completely, because there's one thing promoting a team that deserves a promotion. It'd be hard to argue that, and I don't think there's anyone in our league that'd be wanting to play the same leaders and such dominant force anyway. So it's kind of like, good, let them go. It should be a league higher at least, and that's how it should be. Whereas the people fighting down the bottom, with the amount of games that were left, it could have gone any way. It's mathematically possible. So until that point, it was mathematically impossible. Then no team can get relegated. So I think what they've done is stopped a lot of arguments. And it's easy for players like myself. Thetford, we kind of had a dead end this season.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean too much for us, apart from just being a bit gutted we can't play.
Yeah.
But I think there'll be a few teams that are quite annoyed at it, and understandably so. Certainly, like I say, those pushing for promotion and cup finals and stuff to look forward to. But at the end of the day, what's going on in this world at the minute, there's no written plan, and leagues are just taking decisions and where they have to and doing what they feel best. So you just have to kind of agree with it and get on with it, really, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah, I do feel sorry for Stowmarket Town, because they bought in those players. I think it was 10 or 11 players. They got from the higher leagues, like Leiston. I think they had 8 or 9 players from them. They got Dean Bowditch in as well. I just feel that because they were so far ahead of our league, I think they should have gone up, in my opinion. But
definitely.
But because you got the teams like Hadley, Galston, I'm not saying that the bad teams. Of course, you got us. You've got a few others down in the bottom there. I don't think it was very fair for us to go down or anyone. I just think Stowmarket should have gone up. So let them go to play in another league higher up, maybe in the Leiston League. I don't know, or the Needham Market, or even the Bury Town League, and see how they can progress. But I think the decision is, I think everyone's staying where they are. That's fine, but I feel that Stowmarket will probably hands down win the league anyway for next season.
Well, I know they've got Blakey over there now, who's an old friend of mine, and hopefully next year he'll be another year older, so he's going to start losing that pace. So probably won't mind playing against him so much next season.
Well, hopefully he's going to be listening to this, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. So how do you feel about people like doing like what we're doing, like Stone Market or myself? You got DJ, who does all the like all the videos and stuff. I think you got Woodpecker TV for Woodbridge, and a few others. How do you feel about seeing your games, or like going back on how you've played, how haven't you played, or seeing these goals like Ross Bailey's goal from a couple of years ago at Scorcher, what you've done?
Yeah.
And a few, well, that's probably my first goal I actually recorded.
Yeah, thankfully you did, because I wasn't there that day. So, and I wouldn't have believed him if he did tell me about it, because I think that's the only goal he scored since he's still with Town. But yeah, from what you were saying, I love it. I think just the more involvement from fans with doing things like this. I know the players, as players, we of course love watching back the goals and moments, and I know that Joe and his family sort of help do a lot with the recording side as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Which, you know, between the two sort of groups of you, someone normally gets the action.
Yeah, well, we try to.
Yeah. So I guess it must be tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love it, and they put in the WhatsApp groups. They're talked about. It's good to show, you know, friends and family that don't get to the games, and I think there's actually quite a big interest in non-league football now, as I know a lot of people don't necessarily enjoy the Prem side or the professional game as much. So
no, definitely.
I think they really appreciate the footage and the reports and stuff like this. The podcast get to have a bit more insight with the players if they don't know us.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm massively all for it, and not just with us. I love seeing it from other local clubs as well. Listening to a couple of their pieces and watching back their games, their videos.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bit catch-22 really, because it helps you notice the players that you want to be taking maybe a bit more care with when you're playing them, but at the same time, it's great showcasing. I think Harry French probably benefited from his goal being videoed against us, because, like we said earlier, that was a great strike.
Yeah,
and it might not have been available to see if it wasn't for people like you recording. So it's good. I think good all round.
Yeah, it's like I think that one got over 3,000 views. I think at the moment, for something ridiculous. I don't know how, but it's like.
I bet Harry's got 1,000 of them on his own. But...
Yeah, he probably has. It's like it's like the Lakenheath goal in the pre-season. A guy called Rhys Clark who scored that wonder goal. That's got over 5,000 views. I think it has now, and that's been shared around. It's been retweeted, and it's like people have been asking me today. You know the goalkeeper from Great Yarmouth a couple of years ago, where we lost 1-0 with a free kick.
I think I actually missed that game, but I know exactly what you're talking about, where the keeper was man of the match.
He was absolutely fantastic. He's actually said to me, "Oh, can I have all my footage?" Yeah, no problem. Because it's fine by me, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm only using an iPhone. I just enjoy going to like these non-league games. You never know. I might get a free perk, like a free coffee maybe, or something, which is fine by me. I don't mind doing that, but it's like I did 2 live games. I done Histon when you scored, which was 1-1, and then Max York, who scored a penalty, I think it was.
Yeah,
I think they won 2-1, but I can't remember. And then of course the Mattershall semi-final as well. I know the guy Joe and his guys doing the YouTube channel. They were there as well, and the amount of people I had liking that, which was quite good.
Yeah, it's good, mate. It is really appreciated as well. Obviously, it doesn't get said enough. You know, but because you are, I guess, classed as one of the volunteers of the game at the minute. I know some people do that, go on to make some sort of profit out of it, I guess, with non-league football.
Yeah.
But it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and with the power of social media now, I think a prime example is Tiger Small's goal that he scored against us. You know, when he's just come on. I think he's just come onto the sort of the scene really, and he come off the bench and absolutely mugged off Luke Bailey and banked it in the top corner. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I hadn't played, but you know, I was in the office, and there's people in an office in Liverpool Street that are playing different leagues sort of anywhere around the south and east of England, and they'd seen the goal before I had. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? So
it does, really.
So yeah, it's good, and people do love it, and you've catch that magic moment, and it could be rewatched for seasons to come. And again, another example, Harry and Tiger, his video saved onto a little reel somewhere, I'd imagine, and
he probably has.
Be something to watch back in a few years, and they'll really enjoy it. Which probably 10 years ago, maybe non-league football was just non-existent.
No, it wasn't.
People are jealous that we have that available to us, and a chance to reflect and look back on in years to come would be nice, I think.
Well, exactly. I keep on seeing little people like popping up everywhere, like doing it, like doing what we do. It's not hard, but it's just like you just have to capture that moment. Yeah. It's like I got a wonder goal for Whitton United and Stowmarket. I don't know if you saw the Whitton United goal.
I did see it, yeah.
My God,
great strike.
And Stowmarket, both teams actually played quite well in that game. And of course, I thought Stowmarket should have scored a little bit more, but your good old friend Matt Blake actually missed a sitter, which I did have on tape, but I haven't actually.
Oh, that'd be nice if you could send that to me. I'll happily share that.
I bet you would. But it's actually, I think Stowe Town TV, they've actually put it on their YouTube channel, so you can check that out. So.
Right, I might take it off there then. I'm sure we'll get more likes from the local Thetford lot than probably from the Stowe lot.
Well, you never know. So for next season, what's your aims for next season?
Well, I've got to find out if the gaffer wants me first. That conversation's gonna be happening in the next few days. I think he put in the WhatsApp group that he wants to now start thinking of the future, which I'm sure most clubs our level are doing as well. Mm-hmm. You know, with not being no one on contracts and stuff, I'm sure it's actually quite worrying from that point of view.
Yeah.
But with the management teams also have a big head start this year, I guess, in terms of preparation. And
exactly, yeah.
We're certainly for name's sake anyway, maybe not on the pitch, but I've never wanted to leave Thetford. It's never really crossed my mind. I hope to sort of continue there until I'm not good enough. Well, actually, that's loosely used, until I can't run enough. But yeah, I'll find out once I've had a conversation with Matt, and then I'll be able to be more sure of an answer. But if it's up to me, then yeah, I'll be with Thetford next year, and we'll be hopefully aiming for a closer to a top 6 finish, which I'd say for nearly every team that starts off in the Thurlow Nunn Prem is the aim, at least.
Of course, yeah.
There'll be a few that always look above that and beyond that, which is of course understandable. That's a Stowe, but I can't remember a time since our second season back in the Prem where we haven't aimed for up there. And don't get me wrong, we're always disappointed as soon as when that's come to an end. I think one year we got really close with Wayne. We had a brilliant year, but we did have Cameron King, so it was a bit of an unfair advantage really, because he's unbelievable. But yeah, we should be pushing for top 6, and I think with the squad we've got now, that as long as it was from the sort of last game of Ely, he may look to bring in a couple new faces, but yeah, we've got to be pushing top 6, and it'd be nice to have another cup final, whichever one that is.
Definitely, definitely. Hopefully I can actually go to that one, which will be good, because I missed the last 2. So
yes, it's typical. Well, hopefully we owe you one then. So.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully. But no, that's good. So I'm just going to finish it off with some questions. What I've had from fans. So going back from doing your playing days, have you had any offers to go elsewhere? Like any clubs wanted to take you on?
In all honesty, yeah, I've had a few over the years. Only a couple of times really my head's actually been turned enough, but when push comes to shove, I don't think I could ever leave town, like I said earlier. But yeah, I've definitely had a few very attractive offers, whether that was financially or standard, and sometimes just to set up. But it's been some very respected names in our local football game anyway, and some very good teams as well. Maybe one day I'll look back and think, what if? But also, on the other hand, I'm going to be very, very grateful to have had the chance to represent my town for so long.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Tough question.
I know. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
So, when you ever finish your playing career, do you want to go into like coaching, or do you want to be a manager, or what would you like to do?
I just can't see myself leaving the game, to be honest. But I think when I do hit that point and I stop playing, then hopefully vets football is still going. That's still a thing, because I can't imagine not wanting to be involved in that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I think I've got it in me to sort of go into management. Maybe coaching, but I think I prefer more management.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess it would just be whatever's happening in my life at the time, whether I can juggle my time to do both, or have that going on with family and stuff. So
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's a bridge to cross, I think.
When your playing days are over?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, not before.
Fair enough. I understand that. So with the coming season, we've actually got an under-18s team coming in as well. So that's even better for us. We've got you've got the first team. You're going to have the reserves. The manager has done pretty well for the reserves, haven't they? Really, and of course you've got the under-18s coming in. And then you've got the women's and the vets team as well. So credit to Nigel and the club that and you guys as well. The club's is going in that direction, so which is good.
Definitely. Yeah, it's really pushing in the right direction. Every club needs that sort of foundation.
Definitely.
If they want to be progressing. So I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know we was having the under-18s next year. So
yeah, we are. Yeah, which is good.
Good news.
It is. So, what is the best opposition winger you've actually faced over the years?
I mean, that's a tough question, and I'm sure there's a few of them actually. I guess. Thinking about it, I guess. Well, Tiger Smalls, who's obviously now really pushing on with his things. He's been quite a talent. I guess the one that's given me the runaround the most would probably be Hippo. Whenever I played against him for Norwich United,
wow,
he was a very, very, very good player.
Yeah.
But a very nice lad as well. So I think I'd have to give that crown to him, to be fair.
Fair enough. Of course, Norwich United were actually pushing for promotion, weren't they? Really?
Yeah, yeah, they were. And what you said as well reminds me of I think when we played the under-23s a few years ago. It was Jamal Lewis, who's now obviously playing Norwich first team. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'd still give Hippo the crown, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is best town player technically since he started, excluding Cameron King.
All right, that would have been too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Best technical player.
Yeah, since you started at town. Yeah.
There's definitely been quite a few. But a lad called Dan Morphy probably sticks out the most. He was unbelievable. He was one of the people I was competing against for a right back when I first started.
Okay.
But he could play centre mid, right back, centre back. I was very young when he was there, so maybe he doesn't even remember who I am, to be fair. But I always remember him being incredible. But there's been a few. Obviously, Luke Bailey's class. Ben Anderson for taking people on his day was just one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think Ross Bailey, Max Mollison, both extremely talented lads.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on forever here, to be honest, mate. There's been so many, but yeah, stick with my first answer.
Fair enough. Okay, no worries. So that's the end of those questions. The last one, I don't know if you noticed in the non-league paper that, when you've done the amazing gesture for the NHS, you've got the step 5 and 6. It's actually in the paper about you guys actually doing the donations. What come about that?
Oh yeah, Nigel sent that to me earlier actually, which is really good. It made it to that because I think it's quite a scene across the country, to be fair. But yeah, it's exactly like I said to Nigel. Nigel gave me a call. I think he tried getting hold of Matt first, but he couldn't. Anyway, he's got hold of me, explained what other local clubs had done. He'd sent me some stuff on WhatsApp and mentioned how it'd be a good idea to contribute as well and use some of the wages or whatever. But I put it in the WhatsApp group just to try and get feedback. Of course, I was on board straight away as well, and the lads just really took to it. And there's some, probably the bigger characters in the team all chipping in. It was immediate responses, and one way or another we got to where we got. And we just said, look, just use the fines kitty. They're going to be better off with it than we are. We don't know if and when we're ever going to be able to spend it for at least a year, probably anyway, by the time the season comes around again and stuff. So
exactly, yeah.
So really lovely gesture, and just goes to show that the type of lads we have in our team. And I think just stemming down from Nigel himself, that's the type of vibe he's always been trying to create, and the type of club he wants to be chairman of.
Yeah, definitely,
and, I think credit to him for creating that sort of atmosphere in the first place. So without him, the type of players wouldn't have been brought in that have, I don't think, and Matt.
Yeah.
But really good stuff. That really nice to share some positivity in such dark times, really.
Perfect. Well, that's it for the podcast. I'd like to thank you, Sam, for joining me on this podcast, and I hope you enjoyed talking to me with your experiences and everything. And hopefully we'll see you on the pitch for next season.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Appreciate this, and it's been nice actually taking the time to reflect a bit and talk to someone like yourself who's actually been doing quite a lot for us certainly over the last 2 years that I can think of, really, with the highlights and tweets and stuff. But really good, and just hoping that we can get next season started as soon as possible, really. Hopefully.
Of course, I will be there for pre-season, and hopefully as many games as I can go to, which will be good. So fingers crossed, yeah. But thanks very much, Sam, for dropping in and speaking to me about it. And hopefully, for everyone, I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast, and we'll see you in the next one.